And Jeremie Charron joins us now from Ottawa with more on this, Jeremie. Some changes, interesting changes, and is this going to make it interesting as to who may run now because of especially that steep price there?
Yeah, Roger, definitely some interesting changes. The steep price point when it comes to fundraising, the fundraising threshold that has to be met, which, as you mentioned, goes up to $350,000, up from $75,000 the last time the Liberals ran a leadership race. The whole goal of this here is to try and dissuade not so serious people from running in this leadership race. It means if you're going to try and run here and have a shot at this, you have to be a serious candidate. $350,000 is no small amount of money. And the window to raise that money is very short. January 23rd is when potential candidates, have to have that fee, that money raised. So certainly the whole point is to make sure that only serious candidates are moving forward with this leadership race. We know so far two names, Chandra Arya and Frank Baylis, two Liberal MPs, have said that they are going to run. That was before any of these details were announced last night. And of course, there are many other names that have been floated, people that have talked about the fact that they are likely or interested in perhaps putting their names forward. Those are, of course, some of them there: Chrystia Freeland, Mark Carney, Mélanie Joly, François-Philippe Champagne, Anita Anand, Christy Clark. None of those leadership contenders have officially put their name forward yet, officially launched their leadership candidacy, but those are certainly names that people are watching, and those will be kind of those big guns, if you will, that will likely have no problem fundraising that $350,000, Roger, and be able to put that forward. The other important date, obviously, we talked about January 23rd being the date in which the candidates need to raise that money to move forward in the leadership race. And then March 9th, as you mentioned, will be the day that the Liberal Party selects a new leader. So that's the other important one to mark on the calendar.
And what kind of an impact does it have on who can vote for the next leader of the Liberal Party?
Yeah, that's right. So some significant changes in terms of voting. Up until now, the Liberal Party's constitution has not stopped international students and non-permanent residents from voting in leadership races. Changes are being made there. That's kind of an area excuse me, that was identified in the inquiry into foreign interference, where the Liberal Party had suffered from foreign interference in the past. And so changes are being made to the Liberal Party constitution to ensure that only Canadian citizens will be able to vote in this leadership race. So that is another significant change that the party is taking, and one that will ensure that we don't see perhaps attempts at foreign interference using people like non-permanent residents and international students, like we've seen in the past in leadership races. So that is another significant change that has been made leading into this race to try and kind of minimize any concerns about foreign interference.
Okay, CTV's Jeremie Charron, thank you for that.
Anytime, Roger.